This is going to be good. There was an ESPN article about all the crazy stoppages in play there's been in cricket. So I've written a game of exit chased by bees. There's a hedgehog on the pitch. Put away that umbrella, please. Better put the game on hold, or you will exit chased by bees. So it's not just cricket. It's going to be all different sports.
Awesome.
But it's things that have stopped play. So
is it true or false, or
it is 3 answers. One of them is true.
okay.
2 are false. Okay, question 1. Starting with good old cricket. During a July 1957 county championship game between Gloucester and Derbyshire, which of the following stopped play? Was it A, a rambunctious hedgehog pitch invader? Was it B, a lady hitting a boundary fielder with an umbrella? Or was it C, the umpire's hat being blown out of the stadium by gale force winds?
A hat being blown out of the stadium by gale force winds. Would they have still been playing?
In gale force winds?
Gale force winds.
Now, cricketers don't like playing in bad weather, do they? But
They
I think
don't.
generally wind is the one that they do have to play on in, I think. Unless it's dangerous, I suppose, unless it's like swirling the ball so
Yeah.
much that it might hit somebody. I think you just play on in wind, don't you?
And the umpires do wear big hats.
They do, big floppy hats, and they're very much in charge, the umpires. So if their hat goes, they're stopping play.
I'm taking my hat and I'm going home.
Oi, get my hat. No, don't play on. Get my hat.
Lady hitting a fielder with an umbrella, was it?
Yes, lady hitting a boundary fielder with an umbrella. Lady from the crowd, shall I say.
Like dropping her umbrella and it falling, flying, hitting them, or
Out of the...
like actually
What,
beating
hurling
them.
it at him, like javelin in it.
Like was it accidental,
Oh, I see what you
or was it thrown?
I guess
or
in winds again, maybe it could be accidental, but no, she was hitting him on purpose,
like
Whapping
swinging.
him, giving him a whap. Yeah,
Wow. Phew, I don't think there'd be that much rivalry between, was it Gloucester,
and Derbyshire.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. They're not neighbouring counties or anything, are they? Really?
And the first one was,
A rambunctious hedgehog pitch invader.
I could see you have to stop for a hedgehog. You might get confused with the ball.
That's true. You wouldn't want to catch it, would you?
You would not.
No.
I'll just scoop this up.
Try and chuck that at the stumps.
I'm going to say it's the hedgehog or the hat.
Mm.
I'm going to go the hat.
You've gone the hat. The umpire's hat being blown out of the stadium by gale force winds. Incorrect. It was the hedgehog. You were right. A rambunctious hedgehog ran onto the pitch and was going everywhere. He was going all over the place. Like they didn't want to hurt him, obviously. And
Did you just shoo him?
no, so all the outfield fielders didn't want to touch him because obviously they're quite spiky, aren't they? George Dawkes, the wicket keeper, big old gloves, comes in, scoops him up with the old wicket keeper gloves, drops him off to an Irish PCA guy or whatever on the sideline, and moves on. Then play started again. The lady with the umbrella was actually somebody who accosted George Dawkes in the street, thinking that he was Les Jackson, the Derbyshire bowler, who had hit one of the Gloucestershire players on the head in the game and started beating him up with her umbrella. It was very funny. Question 2, moving to football. The 1977 League Cup final between Everton and Aston Villa was a dire 0-0 draw at Wembley, which eventually led to 2 replays and Aston Villa finally prevailing in the second replay.
Wow.
In that first game, though, what held the second half up from starting? Was it A, a kindly old lady from the crowd invading the pitch to give the Everton goalkeeper a nice piece of cake? Was it B, the band that were playing on the pitch at half-time had lost some of their spurs and all 22 players had to be called in to find them? Or was it C, 2 of the Everton players were locked in the changing room toilets and couldn't get out?
Nah. 1977,
Yep.
Lady with Cake.
Is that your album? David Bowie, 1977, The Lady with Cake.
I feel that that's too late for that sort of naivety. I think maybe in the 60s you might have seen that.
Yeah.
But by the 70s...
They didn't have cake in the 60s. Rationing, wasn't it? Yeah, by the 70s. By 77, the world had changed a bit, hadn't it?
Yeah, stewards.
Yeah.
They would have rugby tackled it.
I don't think they did at that point, though. Hooliganism wasn't big at that yet, was it? I don't think.
Started it.
She was the hooligan. Get her.
The band losing their studs.
Mm-hmm. Well, Spurs. Yeah, they were like a marching band. They had they have Spurs on their uniforms.
Oh, yeah.
And they'd come off and had to, all 22 players were called in to help search for these Spurs.
I don't imagine a marching band in England having Spurs. I also think if that had been my Spurs that had come off, I just wouldn't admit it.
Well, they're quite important. They're quite expensive, right? I want them back. Also, what I couldn't work out was whether it's the value of the Spurs or
the danger to the players.
Is it the danger to the players? Yeah, because Spurs, old-fashioned Spurs that cowboys would have, all spikes on them, aren't they?
Yeah,
kicking your horse.
That's what I imagine it would be. And for that, I still wouldn't admit it. I'd just be like, oh, let's just go.
Just play on.
It could be anybody's Spurs when they get hurt.
Where have these come from, ref? Were they yours? There's a cowboy in goal. Oh, not me, boss.
So for that reason, I'm going to go Everton players locked in the toilet, because it's happened to all of us.
We've all got locked in toilets.
Yeah.
We've slid the lock and hold on.
We've all
not going back.
Yeah, we've all had that heart-stopping moment where we're going to have to go, excuse me.
Can somebody help me, please? I'm stuck in the toilet. It is a real heart leap, isn't it? When you try and turn the thing and nothing happens, you're like, uh-oh. I don't want to be in here, it smells. I've done what I need to in here. Now I want to leave. So you're going for the Everton players locked in the toilets.
I am.
Incorrect again. It was the Spurs.
Of course it was.
The marching band.
Danger, aren't they?
I guess so. The most impressive thing for me was that all 22 players were roped in 1977 for all the players. They would have been professionals at this point.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't have admitted it as well.
Yeah. Somebody must have done it. Why don't they get the groundsman in and doing it or something? Surely.
There's only one of them, I suppose.
That's true. Cover more ground. That's good. Good refereeing. Got the game on. Go quicker. Okay, you're 0 from 2.
Yeah.
I haven't been ticking and crossing.
2 ticks.
I can remember.
2 ticks.
2 crosses. No cheating from you. 2 crosses. Question 3. Sticking with Spurs. In this year's NBA regular season game at the AT&T Centre between the Spurs and the Nets, who we talked about earlier, it was stopped for a short time in the first quarter. Why? Was it A, because 3 bewildered bats were flying over the court, attacking the players, attacking in inverted commas? Is it B, because the Spurs mascot during a timeout went for a dunk and broke the backboard? Or is it C, referee Les Rutabaga was stung by stinging nettles that had caught in his shoe and had to be subbed?
How did they get caught in his shoe?
What do you mean?
What sort of court are they playing on that has stinging
Outdoor
nettles?
court. There's a stinging nettles growing through the court. No, they got stuck in his shoes outdoors, and then he came onto the court, and they must have still been in his shoes, stinging him all the time, and he was allergic.
Where has he come from? He hasn't come straight from the countryside, has he?
He has to go through a park to get to the stadium, I guess. He just rode his horse in. I don't know.
It's not that one. I'm calling it. It's not the stinging nettles.
You don't think it's the stinging nettles?
I think I heard about the backboard. Did I hear about the backboard?
The mascot. Ooh. I didn't look at what the Spurs mascot is. What would it be? It's not really it's not an easy one to make a mascot costume. I visited a Spurs.
Spurs?
Yeah, it'd be a cowboy, I guess.
Yeah. Or just a cow.
Just a cow, yeah. That's probably why he broke the backboard. You're bloody huge. You can't be doing that.
Moo.
Stays in character there, doesn't he? very professional.
Take it very seriously.
We're going to dock your pay. Very impassive. Doesn't really care about anything. Here's some grass. Moo.
We got loads of it. Right next to the stinging nails.
All the nails. Don't eat those. Sting your tongue.
It's playing a field, doesn't it?
Makes sense, doesn't it?
It all makes sense. Bats.
It's freaking bats.
You say attack where they're just pooping.
Well, yes. There's guano on the court. Like, I put it attacking in inverted commas because although bats do fly very close to humans, they're not attacking you, are they?
No.
The players are more scared of them than they are of you. Is that right? Yeah. Players are scared of bats, aren't they? All sportsmen are scared of bats.
Traditionally, yes.
It's well known.
It's their only natural predator.
A bat! Ooh, get away! Get down our burrows.
I don't know if they'd stop the game for 3.
It's not many, is it?
It feels like
but what
a herd.
Herd? They're not. Oh, they are a herd creature that live in caves, don't they, together? But they wouldn't, like, if they got in the way of a basketball, in the way of a shot or something.
They'd get killed.
Yeah, they wouldn't want that. You have a battle over the floor.
Cow clean up.
The cow come and eat them.
I'm going to go the cow breaking the backboard.
You think a cow broke the backboard? You're wrong again. It's the 3 bewildered bats, and it is a well-known thing at the AT&T Centre that they have bats. There's just bats in the stadium, and every now and again they have to stop the game because there's bats. It's crazy. How have they not sorted this out? In the game, the crowd started to chant Manu, 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 because Manu Ginobili is famous for swatting a bat in a game in 2009. 10 years they've had this problem. He just whopped him. Gave him a royal whopping. I was surprised with that because I think bats have got real good reflexes. I'm surprised that he managed to get one.
Yeah.
They usually they're in and out and they're zipping all over the place. You don't see him get hit very often. So yes, you were wrong again. Zil from 3, not going well. Question 4. A 2002 Australian Open men's doubles game was briefly stopped when a firmly struck Michael Lodra forehand did what? Was it A, knocked out a line judge? Is it B, broke the umpire's scoring computer? Or is it C, killed a passing bird?
Ooh.
What we've just talked about.
I've seen that happen.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's the baseball one. I saw it looking for this quiz.
Just disintegrates.
It is ridiculous. A baseball is hard as well. 100-mile-an-hour pitches. You've not got a chance as a bird.
Yeah. And it makes you think that ridiculous catch we spoke about a few weeks ago really would have killed him.
The damage it would have done, yeah. I mean, they don't wear helmets or anything, do they, pitchers? So, yeah, I imagine was going about 100 miles an hour. It looks about as fast as the pitch. That would have done serious damage.
How long was the stoppage? Just a while.
Didn't say, but yes, a short stoppage.
Okay, because tennis ball hitting a bird and killing it. I can't imagine being that long a stoppage. They just scoop up in a racket, throw it over the fence.
Like that girl, and the one who gets a racket given back to her, chucked it over her shoulder.
Just throws it onto court one.
Hoi! Someone in the crowd catches it. Oh! I got the bird.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wimbledon tradition.
I'll have that for dinner.
Be pheasant at Wimbledon, wouldn't it?
That's true, yeah.
And then a pheasant walks across the court. Knocked out.
If it was a pheasant, I could definitely see it walking out in front of a ball. They're stupid, aren't they, pheasants?
It gives no shits.
Absolute idiots, pheasants. They're always running out in front of cars.
They are.
My dad once, I'm going to tell this story. We were driving down the motorway once, and my dad hit a pheasant. Nothing you could do about it, just ran out in front of the car. Driving down the motorway, and oh, God, hit the pheasant, oh well. Nothing you can do. We kept driving. Got down to Redditch, where we were going. We were coming all the way down the M6. Looked at the car. In the tyre, fused into the rubber, was a load of pheasant. It was horrendous. I've never seen anything like it.
You have to clean out with a toothbrush.
I didn't, no. My dad had to do that.
Yeah, that's a much longer stoppage in play.
Yes.
if
Michael, get your toothbrush out.
if he'd thwacked the bird with his racket,
then
you got to
cleaning it off the strings.
Yeah, you got to pick the bird out.
But be ready minced. You could make it into a nice burger, couldn't you?
Oh, that's it. You could definitely kill a bird with a strong forehand.
Do you reckon? Tennis balls aren't that hard, are they?
No birds.
That's true. Yeah. Maybe it was the Vinnie Jones of birds. You don't know. Hit me again. I don't care. I'll nut it back at you.
Knocking, I think you could kill a bird more easily than you could knock out a line judge.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, if a ball hits you at 100 miles an hour in the head, a tennis ball, do you think it could knock you out? Line judges aren't that young either.
No. And
in Australian Open, maybe they were older.
It would only be a short stoppage because they just throw them over the fence.
Throw on a racket, over the fence. Just put him on court one. That was clearly out. Oh, so are you.
Hey. That'd be a much longer stoppage if the line judge. So I'm going to rule out that one.
Okay.
That one's ruled out.
Okay.
What was the other one?
The other one was broke the umpire's scoring computer.
Mm.
The little things that they press the button on.
Yeah. Yeah, have to get his old chalkboard out.
Chuck it all in the bin. Get his mortarboard out.
I'm going to go
Attention for you, Lodra.
I'm going to say hit a bird.
Do you think it hit a passing bird and killed it? You're right. You got one right. Yes. Delight at the death of a bird. Yes. Michael Lodra hit a forehand which just happened to hit a passing house martin and killed him. Julien Bouter, who was on the other side of the net, performed the last rites before an impromptu funeral was held by all the players.
What?
French, aren't they? So, do what they want.
Of course they are.
Oh, it is a dead bird. I must write a poem about it.
Luckily, I've bought my funeral.
Luckily, I have my Catholic Bible.
And my Sunday best.
And a tiny little coffin for a bird, just in case I always carry it. Eventually, an official took the bird and Lodra went on to win the match. Was it good luck? Perhaps.
Now he kills a bird before every sacrifice.
A ritual sacrifice. Yes, very good. So you're 1 from 4. You're doing well. There's 7 questions, so you're getting back in the game. You still got a chance. Question 5. Back to football, and also in 1977. A fine year for unusual things. In the first division game between Derby County and Manchester City, the score was 3-0 to Derby when a penalty was awarded to them. What delayed the penalty being taken? Was it A, in being fouled, Derby midfielder Alan Mullally had lost a tooth and was insistent that it be found before the penalty was taken? Was it B, Joe Corrigan in the City goal was assaulted by a falling crossbar as the goal collapsed? Or was it C, the penalty spot had worn away in the mud bath that was the penalty area at the baseball ground at the time?
Oh, I think I might have heard about that.
Ooh.
They couldn't find the penalty spot. Have I heard this?
Have you?
I might just be making it up.
Have you heard it from me just now?
Have I heard it from you before and you're using the same lie?
The same thing. Oh, yeah, that's true. I've told you many lies over the weeks, haven't I?
Crossbar. Why would the crossbar have fallen down unless they hit the crossbar?
Or the foul might have taken place in the goal mouth and they clattered into the goal and the crossbar fell down.
Maybe.
They weren't made of such stern stuff in those days, were they?
The players or the crossbars?
The crossbars. The players were made of much sterner stuff. Like Dixie Dean.
Yeah.
He'd knock a goal down, wouldn't he?
Just to hit you with it.
By looking at it.
And what was the first one?
First one was, in being fouled, Alan Mullally lost a tooth and was insistent that it be found.
Oh, that's horrible.
It is horrible, isn't it?
That's however that happened, that's red card worthy.
Not necessarily. They had very hard balls in those days. Yeah. The ball used to be made out of leather, didn't it? Like proper leather, not the soft leather they have these days. I reckon players probably lost tooths all the time. Tooths. And you see, in hockey, they lose teeth all the time, don't they?
Do. I'll go rule that one out.
Okay.
I haven't seen enough lost teeth.
Okay. For
football.
Your liking.
Well, no, I've seen enough for my liking.
Yeah, I don't like that thought either.
So crossbar or penalty spot?
Yep.
The penalty spot thing, vague memories.
Tickling the back of your mind.
I'm going to go with that one.
You're going to go with the crossbar. The penalty spot, sorry.
Yeah.
You would be right. You are correct. City eventually went 4-0 behind with Jerry Daly slotting in the penalty. Goalkeeper Joe Corrigan was booked for trying to pace out the 12 yards after a player. So originally, the Derby player who was taking the penalty just stuck the ball on the floor.
At the 6-yard box.
Wherever he thought it might. Yeah. And then the goalie was like, no. Paced it out and got booked. And then
trying to help.
Yeah. And then I watched the video of this. John Motson's commentary is brilliant. This guy comes like running around the side of the pitch with a bucket of paint and just comes and paints a new penalty spot on.
Anyway.
Whether he fancies. No, he's got a big tape measure, hasn't he? Him and the referee. Big tape measure. Bloke in like an old hat, like a farmer's hat. And so, it was brilliant.
How close was the goalkeeper's 12 paces?
I reckon it was exactly where the goalkeeper paced it. So I think he was unfairly booked and he let a goal in. Question 6. Moving on to boxing. You wouldn't think of many stoppages in boxing, would you? But this is a big one. November 1993. WBF, IBF and Lineal Heavyweight Championships on the line. Bow versus Holyfield 2. Evander Holyfield. We all know Evander Holyfield. Holyfield went on to regain his titles that he'd lost to Bow a few years before. But what held up the match for 21 minutes at the start of round 7? Was it A, ringside observer Meatloaf got in a verbal disagreement with Holyfield's corner, causing Holyfield to leap out of the ring and threaten violence most dire upon him? Was it B, an aerial intruder paraglided into the ring and was knocked out by Bow's security? Or is it C, Holyfield's corner, gesticulating wildly as Holyfield pressed his advantage, inadvertently threw a towel into the ring, causing the referee to declare Bow the winner for 20 minutes until the mix-up was clarified?
Ooh. Maybe they threw it in on purpose.
Give him a break.
To give him a 20-minute break.
But he was winning at the time.
Yeah.
He was in control of the fight.
Whoa, I could see how that could accidentally happen.
Yeah. You would think it would happen all the time. They're always bloody gesticulating all the time.
Oh, such gesticulations.
The arms all over the place. Like
maybe
wiggly arm men.
Maybe now the towel is attached by like an elastic band.
Smart. And you have to like safety clip. It's a safety button you have to press before you want to dispatch it correctly.
Paraglider?
Mm-hmm.
Where was this fight?
Vegas.
Outside?
No, inside. Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah. It was in Caesar's Palace. And he paraglided down from the rafters.
How long had he been up there?
Who knows? Lived up there, I reckon. Like the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, this seems too ridiculous for you to have made this up. What?
He paraglided down from the rafters, landed on the top rope, was pushed into the crowd, got knocked out by Bow's security. I can see you trying to read me. You're looking in my eyes to see if it's a lie.
Meatloaf.
Yeah. Love Meatloaf.
I could see him doing that.
Yeah.
Would he do that?
I don't know. Apparently he's a really nice guy in real life.
Yeah.
But I could see him getting riled. Obviously he's a rock artist. You can see him getting riled up.
Maybe he needed to sell a few albums.
Yeah. He was ringside already. 93 as well. It's a while ago. It's before either of us really remember. I don't remember Meatloaf being big. In my time, Meatloaf has always been like a comedy character.
Yeah.
But I imagine at that time he was kind of like a rock god. Bat out of hell style.
Meatloaf.
And it would definitely play into like rock personality, wouldn't it? To be getting in a fight with a boxer.
Yeah. I'm going to say... Oh, this is stupid. The paragliding ones are too ridiculous. Yeah. Too ridiculous to have been made up.
Too ridiculous to be not real. Is that what you're saying?
Against my better judgment, I'm going to go the boring towel.
You think the towel was thrown in from his corner? You'd be wrong to think that. because I made it up. It was the paraglider man. I can't make that rubbish up.
Nobody can.
No, fan man James Miller. So he had a paraglider with a fan that kind of held him up.
That's real dangerous.
Real dangerous, yeah. It was in the episode. It was an episode of The Simpsons. Have you seen that where like Moe comes in and like pulls him out with it?
Yeah.
It was from that same. That's where they got that from. He became famous for sports interruptions, or sportus interruptus, as I call it. But this was his first and most famous attempt. He landed on the top rope and was pulled down and beaten up, appropriately enough. And he was arrested and charged with dangerous flying. Guess what his bail was for this? Like interrupting $1 million prize fight.
$5,000.
$200. $200 bail. Off you go. What? That's ridiculous. They do what they want in America, don't they? Great publicity, though. Really.
Yes.
They probably let him off for that reason.
Yeah.
Vegas love a bit of publicity. Final question. Question 7. You are 2 from 6 so far. You get 3 from 7. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's better than the odds. So question 7, back to cricket, back to where it all began. What held up a 1995 Currie Cup match in Paarl, South Africa, when Daryl Cullinan hit Roger Telemachus for 6?
Lions
Stop play. You said it already. There's not a D, but if there was a D, it'd be Lions stop play. No. A, the ball landed in a deep fat fryer, frying up some delicious calamari. B, the ball was about to hit a local dignitary watching the game until his security plucked it out of the air and demanded an apology from the assailant, which is Cullinan, not the ball. Or C, Telemachus had to be replaced in the bowling as Cullinan had hit the ball for 6 off the tips of his fingers, breaking 3 of them. So as in, he hit the ball for 6, it hit the bowler's fingers and went all the way for 6 and broke 3 of his fingers.
Ouch.
That'd be painful, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Daryl Cullinan, I don't know if you remember Daryl Cullinan. He could hit a big ball. He was a big bloke, Daryl.
Yeah.
I remember him from the 99 World Cup. Great name as well. Cullinan's very nice to say.
Yeah.
Daryl Cullinan. So the Currie Cup is sort of South Africa's version of the county championship. I don't know if you know that.
Where was it played?
It was played in Paarl in South Africa.
Where is that?
It is it's on the west, inland on the west, near Cape Town. It is beautiful. I had a look at it on Google Maps. Gorgeous. The mountain ranges in Paarl are incredible. It made me want to go there, looking at it.
Would they be eating calamari there?
A good question. It's not too far from the sea. I don't know if there's a lake. There might be a lake. Do you get prawns in a lake? Probably not. It's the sea, right? But yeah, Cape Town's on the sea, and it's not 1,000,000 miles from Cape Town. Do they eat calamari in South Africa? You've been to South Africa, haven't you?
Yeah.
Do you have calamari there?
I don't.
Did you make some calamari there?
Did I have calamari? There's a lot of fish.
Yeah.
There's a lot of seafood.
I can imagine
There is a lot of seafood.
Yeah. So you probably do have calamari. No, it's not prawn, is it? Calamari, it's squid.
Squid.
Yeah. So yeah, it has to be sea.
I
was thinking of what's the thing that's prawns? This little deep fried prawns. It's horrible. Scampi. That's the thing.
Yeah, scampi's not very nice. I like prawns, but I don't like scampi.
I don't really like prawns, but I really hate scampi. But
fun stuff.
We're learning.
Calamari, dignitary, or
broken fingers.
I want it to be the bodyguard throwing himself, catching it, and demanding an apology. I want it to be that one.
Yeah. So you're going to go for it?
Yeah.
I would love it to be that one as well, but I made it up.
Oh.
It's funny, isn't it? That would be so funny. You, in the middle, come up here. Do not hit it at him again. Oh, funny, but no, it wasn't. It was the ball landed in a deep fat fryer, making some lovely calamari. I'm glad it didn't break his fingers. That would be horrible.
Yeah.
It took 10 minutes for the ball to cool down enough to remove the grease, but they couldn't. They just couldn't remove the grease. It was too caked in. Telemachus attempted to bowl, and the ball flew from his hand during his run-up. It slipped out like a bar of soap, and they had to get a replacement ball. So you got 2 out of 7. I'm going to chase you with some bees now.
Better put the game on hold, or you'll exit chased by bees.